When I meet people and I explain them that I really love snack, they have one question. So Julian, what's your favorite snack? And it's super hard for me to answer because I don't have one favorite snack, but the snack we're discovering today is the one that started all. So I watched Fast and Furious 20 years ago and I saw Han snacking all the time. I wanted to know, what's going on? And I found out that it was Kaki No Tane. A few years after, start to read the story of Kaki No Tane, everything was made by mistake. And the cool thing is that snack is actually space approved. And it went to space. Today we're discovering the snack story of Kaki No Tane. Let's embark on that journey and hope that this snack is gonna become one of your favorite too. A great thing with Kaki No Tane is that you can find this freaking everywhere in Japan. Convenience store, supermarket, even in train, you even have some snack machine dedicated just for Kaki No Tane. Kaki No Tane do have a meaning in Japanese where kaki means persimmon and tane means seed, so it's persimmon seed. And you can actually see the shape of that on the snack directly because it does look like a persimmon seed. A fun fact, they tried to register as a trademark Kaki No Tane, but the moment they wanted to do that, there was already too many brands that actually create their own version of Kaki No Tane. So it kind of become more like a public trademark in a way. The most common version of Kaki No Tane is the one I'm actually holding now. It's the version with the rice cracker and peanuts. Wassup Snackers? I hope you're doing great. Today we're coming back with a new tasting. It's Kaki No Tane. Well, the full video is about Kaki No Tane. So we're gonna try different tastes today. From like the classic one, the one that you know. We have the wasabi. Gonna be honest, this one scares me a lot. Oyster lemon and peanuts from a settuchi, a version of cheese from Hokkaido, ume and shiso. I know you might feel a bit kind of worried if you're allergic to peanuts. Well, I have good news for you. They do make version of like bigger packaging without peanuts. Peanuts nashi means there is no peanuts. We're gonna finish with chocolate. So it's a mix of chocolate and white chocolate. Let's try first with the classic one. So this is the classic. Of course it will fail. This is how the classic one look like. The Kaki No Tane. This is the classic one you have. Hear the crack. You have the crackers that's just like crack directly in your mouth. You have the peanut that really add this richness, but also like adding kind of like a smoothness to it. It's kind of like rounding everything. And then the spice, like the little kick you have at the end, it's actually like what make, to me, being addictive to this fucking masterpiece. And this is where the story become interesting. So the couple own a store, and on the second floor, they're creating snacks. On the first floor, they were selling the snack they were making. And one day, Imai's wife, Saki, rushed down the stairs to help a customer. On the way down, she stepped on the mold, creating that unique shape that we know now. So instead of throwing away the mold, they decided to embrace it and create snacks with it. Later on, an elderly customer was mentioning to use soy sauce and add some spice. This is the start of Kaki No Tane. Something that's interesting to me is that for 4 years, Kaki No Tane didn't have a name. They only decided in 1924 to give the name this iconic name, Kaki No Tane. It's only in 1966 that they decided to add peanut to the mix. Okay, now we're moving to the next one. It's a limited edition from Hokkaido. It's cheese version. The Kaki No Tane is a bit different. If we look at two Kaki No Tane next to each other, so you might see that one is more orange and the other one has more like this beige yellowish vibe. So the beige yellowish vibe is the one from Hokkaido. So let's try it. I really like it. They really remove the spice, so you really don't have the kick at the end, but you still have like the classic peanuts that come with it. I think it's more, how can I say, smooth in the mouth. I think this would be perfect if you want to make a small aperitif. Good job, Hokkaido. Now we're moving to the next one. Ume and shiso. I'm not a fan of ume. Yeah, you have the taste of the ume directly. Like it's coming to you. Oh yeah. I don't like it. I really don't like ume. If one day you're buying bento box and you have the rice in it and they put ume, it's also to represent the Japanese flag. It's just a small thing you can throw when you have a dinner with your friend. It's too sour, it's too acidic. There is like an aftertaste that I don't really enjoy. Something I found out while I was doing my research was that Canada in 2019 ran a national referendum to decide what was the best ratio for Kaki No Tane. For 40 years, we stay with a 60%, 40%. So 60 snack, 40% peanut. But the Japanese people decided other way. They wanted to have more crackers and less peanut. This is why in 2020, Canada introduced a new version with 70% crackers and 30% peanut. I think it's actually the best mix. And to be honest, each time you open a pack, you can see really the difference. So if you go to Belgium and you ask for a beer, they usually throw peanuts with it. While in Japan, there is a name for that type of snacks. It's called Otsumami. And in the Otsumami list, you have Kaki No Tane. So I do believe that this plays a major role into the popularity of Kaki No Tane in Japan. Okay, now we're trying the oyster and lemon. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hear me out. This is freaking good. So at first I was like, maybe the oyster is gonna be too prominent for the lemons. But the first taste you actually have is the lemon. So the lemon come and like give you a kick, where the oyster kind of like grab you around, kind of like it's gonna hug you. I really enjoy this one. I think it's a really good one. It's a really good flavor. I thought this one would be like the one that I hate the most, but it's actually on my top. So Kaki No Tane is not just famous in Japan. The biggest overseas market is actually in the United States, where in 2008, Canada opened a US branch there, selling Kaki No Tane as Canada Crisp. Even the packaging is different. When you see in Asia, in Thailand, Vietnam and China, it's also really famous. They actually sell Kaki No Tane as an alternative for potato chips. You can find these snacks easily in any Japanese supermarket, Asian supermarket, and in some specialized snack markets. In Europe though, it's pretty shy. It's actually a niche and pretty rare to find. I think once you live long enough in Japan, you understand that season and region are really important for Japanese snack maker. If you go to Hokkaido, you're gonna have more snacks made of butter. If you go to Kobe, mostly made of beef tongue. Kyoto have matcha, Fukuoka have strawberries. While Kaki No Tane is not an exception. They do have this kind of regional snack and seasonal snack as well. But the number one variation is probably the wasabi. They replace the spice that's usually in Kaki No Tane by the wasabi. And I'm telling you, your nose gonna feel it. The kick is instant. Next one is the one that I was not really like happy to try, but you know, it's just part of the game. The version with the wasabi. No, we go for the tasting. Oh jeez. I have the same feeling, you know, when you go to like a sushi place and the chef put too much like wasabi in it and then it's coming into your nose. I have the exact same thing. Oof. It's a bit sad that the soy sauce is not present. If you want to have your nose to be kind of like empty, it's a pretty good one. So when you eat Kaki No Tane, technically you're eating a space snacks. In 2017, the JAXA, it's like the equivalent of the NASA here in Japan, approved Kaki No Tane as a space snacks. It took 3 years to Canada, the company maker, to make the snack space ready. In February 2021, Soichi Noguchi went to space and eat Kaki No Tane for the first time in the ISS. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool to be called the space snacks, don't you think?
Enjoy.
I want to finish the video by saying thank you to Sung Kang who actually play Han in Fast and Furious and Better Luck Tomorrow. He didn't want to chain smoke as it was supposed to be when he played Han, but he decided to snacks all over the place. And because of that, I fall in love with snacking and I fall in love with Kaki No Tane. So thank you very much for this. I hope maybe one day we can meet and then we can actually talk about snacking. Last but not least, the white and milk chocolate. So of course the color is gonna be different. So this is how it looks like. It's my favorite one. I said it. I love chocolate. I love white chocolate. I love milk chocolate. They come with like my favorite snack. They put it in chocolate. What do you expect? I mean, I can eat that like all day long. I hope one day you have the chance and the occasion to actually try to get some. Wouldn't it be crazy if one day I'm able to create my own Kaki No Tane version? I think that would be like freaking wild. I mean, a man can dream, no? Now I want to thank you for watching the video, the snack story of Kaki No Tane. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I want to do that on a regular basis with new snacks. If you do have a snacks that you enjoy, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, as usual, like and subscribe, always appreciate. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye!